In part two of how I talked about how I was able to start a business writing resumes from home, I talked about how I was able to use Craigslist in order to place ads so that I could begin to find customers. I literally started the business because I needed to make $140 a week to make sure that the kids could go to daycare. And I talked about what my pricing strategy was and how that allowed me to not only make that $140 a week, but start to begin to make $500 a week. And that was through offering additional services like, last minute resume writes, or if I was going to do a complete resume, or if I was going to do just a revision. But through posting my ads on Craigslist, I noticed that people were posting ads for other types of writing projects. I noticed that there were academic writing services, there were grant writing services, there was email marketing service that people were advertising, and I knew that I could also do that type of skill as well. So once I switched from resume writing to a different form of writing, I began to notice that I was getting more customers, and also those customers were coming back and as repeat customers. So this meant that I didn't have to advertise as much or spend as much as my time advertising, because I was able to grow my income because I had people that were continuously using my service. So once I made that change, I went from making, $300, $500 a week to very quickly making up to $1,500 a week. It's all because I stopped writing as many resumes or focusing on advertising for resumes, but focusing on something that I knew that customers were going to come to me again and again and again. Now, even if you're not a writer, that can apply to a bunch of different types of service industries: cleaning, lawn care services, nanny services, mother's helper services, tutoring services. Those are all types of services that people need every day. And if you do a good job and you provide a good experience, they're going to continuously come back to you over and over and over again. So think about it like this. If I write somebody's resume, it's going to be just that one and done pretty much. Once I write that resume and that person gets that job, outside of me diversifying into different types of support, which require maybe more of my time, let me know in the comments if this makes sense. They're not coming back for another job for another, maybe a couple of years. As I provide a service like email marketing to a company who needs 5 emails every single week for a month, I can offer a month-to-month service where I can begin to predict how much money I'm going to make every single month. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. In part 4, I'm going to talk about how I was able to take that weekly income, reinvest it back into the business so that I could start buying back some of my own time. Like and follow for part 4.